Okay, my dear friends, we are back building distortion module 504 right here, and we're building it the quick and dirtiest way possible on a masonite board, hardboard thing. So last video, check out part 1, we built the basic amplifier circuit right here. Now we are focusing on sort of post-production, sort of how can we treat the outgoing signal and fuck with it even more. So we're gonna add an extra output right there with another capacitor of a slightly lower value that does something, and then we add some chains of diodes right there and right there. So that's what we do. So without further ado, I will bring out the drill and drill some holes. Remember to only take the very short piece of the drill bit outside of the shook, because you might break it. So, and then drill some holes. Hole, 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 and then hole, hole, because I will make long chains of diodes just like this. Right. Sorry for this bad image right here. You can look at this beautiful craftsmanship right here instead. So, diodes are actually very useful for a couple of reasons. Mainly now, because in the region between 0 and 0.7 volts, they have a strange behavior that is sort of an exponentially increasing resistance or decreasing resistance, depending on which way you look at it. So what I want to do then is make this chain right here. So chain 3 in series, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, start to do like this. Make sure to look really closely at the direction indicator. So when you have twisted them together a little bit like this, cut off the leads and save them for later. We will use them for connecting stuff. So like that, we have the first half of this part. Then do exactly the same thing again, just that you will be putting it in the other direction. So what this does is it limits, so when the signal is below maybe half a volt times this, so below 1.5 volts or up to, actually no, I lost, it's a little bit hard to actually see on this, so I will throw this away and take some new ones. So below that threshold, which is not a threshold but rather a degrading limit, slowly evolving resistance, just like a frog being boiled alive, if you know about that saying. Anyway, in that region you can get it to make sort of a soft rounding off of shapes. If we look at it and if we listen to it, it's probably sounds like something else, but okay, now look at it closely. Is the black line on the same side? Yes, and then connect it to the other one so that both are in the different directions. then sort of twist that off, up, cut off only one of the legs this time, and the other side. I'm trying to figure out a way to be able to use these kind of components in my 10 or less project, because now I have used 6 components here, but this is so easy. I wouldn't fail on this, I think. Maybe I will, but anyway, compared to using 6 operational amplifiers or 6 transistors in different ways. So I'm thinking about making an exception that's called sort of like, if you are putting just things in series or parallel, such as resistors, diodes, capacitors, then you are allowed to use several components and call them one component. So what do you think about that rule? Please write in the comments fields below. So then this would be considered one, not maybe diode, but sort of a soft clipping component thing. So that goes right here, the soft clipping component, which I now baptized it as, like that. Beautiful, beautiful. Not so beautiful actually, but anyway, it was fun while it lasted. Okay, and then we take one capacitor called 1. I mean, the value is called 1, but where is it? Here it is. So 1 micro, 1. Okay, this is actually 0.68, but you know, quick and dirty, who's counting? Right? Am I right, people? Am I right? Yes, I am always right, because I am the only one here. So now I have to maybe change a little bit so of the zoom right there. So you see, now I'm gonna try to attach that point to that point right here. So make a little J-shaped hook right here using a piece of pliers, pair of pliers, I don't know what it's called. Then catch that thing right there and sort of make it have a little bit metal contact over here. And now bring out your soldering iron thing. Solder that down, which is cause for zoomibration, which is a very real term actually. So like, you know, like when football players make a goal and then the video camera is zooming in, so it's a case for zoomibration, salibration, zoomibration. So there you go, right there we have our second output and our thing here, which is called something stupid, and then build another of these soft clipping modules things. Now I'm trying a little bit different twisting mode. You see, I'm twisting like this. Hopefully it will be a new standard that will be much better. So I put that in the time being right there. And yeah, I'm actually proud of this one, this way of doing it. It's good to be proud of yourself. Just because you're proud doesn't mean that you are proud. I mean, where I come from, being proud of yourself is really considered a big no. No one is supposed to think that they are better than anyone else, but you know, if you know that you are better than anyone else, which you probably are at some points when you are doing something exceptionally good, then you are allowed to feel proud. I tell you. So when I came up with this thing right here, I become so proud. And I'm like, hey dude, I'm actually a really great guy, you know? And you know, the one that I speaking with said like nothing because they were on video. Or they were on the other side of internet. So now I just put it right here for a while and take out the soldering iron and solder a little bit right here. 1 right there, 2 right there, 3 right there, 4. Wow, this is going so smooth. So now this, okay, so this one now goes there. Okay. Actually, when I'm standing up, this is not so bad, actually, this setup that I have. Okay, so now we... Oh, yeah, not so good, not so good, not so good. So I didn't really mess up, but you know, things are starting to look messy. So what I'm trying to do right here is find a nice way to connect this right here in a good way and still connect them to the board itself. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to want to fly, as it's called, so I will do it on the back side. Yes, unfortunately, as I said earlier, it involves me taking everything upside down and confusing myself, but anyway, it's okay. I'm feeling confident that I still can manage to put this kind of stuff together. So the only thing we have to do is solder these together. So make one into a hook and make the other one into another hook and then catch them with each other. It might not be the easiest thing, but on the other hand, it's not rocket science. It's just sort of basic crochet. I do not know what I'm saying. I never made sure crochet. Of course I did in school, of course, because I'm from such a equal country. So boys are allowed to learn crochet in school. So there you go, there you go. So guess what? It's time for our second test listening to this circuit. Right, double check everything's working first of all. Yes, it's working. So connect the ground wires like this and the input. Okay, I'm sorry, forgot. So connect ground wires right there and the input wire right there. Connect the power right here. It's getting really crowded now, but you know who is counting. Okay, like that, and finally the output. So if we do some sniffing around here, We get different expressions. There's one, here's another one. When I hold this, I mean, I'm seriously disturbing the signal. I really like the sound, you know, but you can get sort of different ones, you know. When you turn this fit right here, you know, you get some different stuff right there. So, there you go. If we listen to a square wave, it sounds like this. There's not too much happening. A little bit of in the edges, but you know, not that much actually. So stay tuned for part 3. Part 3 will be this thing right here. Part 3. And that may mean this is part 4. There you go, there you go. And who taught you all this marvelous stuff? And who is really good at collecting things and learning a lot about a special interest? Well, Nerding and Hoarding Show. Meow.